This is the On to Mark Wrestling Podcast. Kick back and hang with your hosts, Kayode, Lewis, and Joel. Let's mark out.
Let's turn this down. Turn the music all the way down. This is an important weekend in wrestling history. We are coming. I don't know how this weekend became the most important weekend in wrestling history, but it looks like it is. I am your boy, Kayode, the producer, joined by none other than Joel, the hater. And as you can see, we are missing a partner in crime, the administrator himself, Lewis. He's getting pre-gamed up. He's going to be in the arena, in the stadium for All In this weekend. That lucky SOB. He's getting so into it, Joel, that he said, "Listen, fellas, y'all handle the podcast."
He big timed us.
He big timed us. Big timed us. Just said, "Yo, I'll catch y'all on the next show."
I got things to do.
To do.
I got to rewatch Omega versus Okada.
Yeah,
1 through 4.
He said, "Listen, I'll catch y'all on another show." But it's all right. You got us. We're bringing you everything that's happening this weekend. My God, Joe, we got main event. We got All In, Evolution, Great American Bash, and an ROH. Which one is this? This is
Card of Honor.
Is this? Yes. Ring of Honor. Man, it is stacked. Joel, are you planning to watch everything this weekend?
I'm gonna try to watch as much as I can. No promises. Okay. I think I'm gonna make an effort to watch ROH just because Athena, of course. Athena is incredible, yes. And I think she deserves all of our viewing eyes. We also got Takeshita going for the World Heavyweight title, which if Tony Khan is a smart man, he puts that ROH World title on Takeshita because he is the future of wrestling, in my opinion. That guy is incredible in the ring every time he's in the ring.
Agree.
So I definitely want to try to watch that. NXT, I've been a little bit, wishy-washy when it comes to watching the weeklies, but I am going to try to watch it just because I know the women are doing their thing on that show.
Oh, yeah.
You got the newly named Blake Monroe, I believe, is having her first match.
Tag team match, yeah.
Yeah, since she's joined the company, so I want to see how she shows up. You got Jordan Grace doing her thing. So, yeah, man, I'm going to try to watch everything. I don't know if I'll be able to watch everything live just because it's kind of impossible, especially with NXT and All In going head-to-head. I'm sorry, but I'm going All In.
Exactly. Good man.
You got to go All In.
You go All In. All in. This weekend it's All In. Yes. 100%. But let's get right into it. Because we got a big, like I mentioned, big weekend for you guys. We have a Saturday night's main event. We're gonna start right here, Joe. We're gonna start right here. It's right now. It's a 4-match card, which is pretty stacked for a WWE PLE nowadays. 4 matches. The big one. You got Goldberg and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't want to see no Goldberg. And listen, shout outs to the 404 heels. They were showing love to Goldberg. And listen, for all intent, I agree with a lot that they were saying about Goldberg, right? Legend, all that good stuff. But he was cool when I was like 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't that no more, right? He's not. He can't move in the ring. He can't perform that well. I'm not personally excited about this, and I don't want to see Gunther. Gunther can't take another hit, another loss. He just can't. He tapped out to Jay real fast. He lost to Sammy. Come on, man. I don't want to see Gunther lose this. But my prediction on this, Joe, let me just see if you're with me, is that Gunther takes this title and retains at Saturday night's main event, and they possibly run it back at SummerSlam.
Oh, wow.
With Seth Rollins cashing in That's my prediction. That's where I'm at with my booking right now. I don't have the rest of it. It's in fragments and it's in pieces. But right now, I'm seeing Gunther can't take another loss, so he can't lose this. But at Saturday Night's Main, but at SummerSlam, if it's a cash in, that's something different. What's your thoughts, bro?
I mean, that's an interesting little fantasy booking right there. I could see. There's definitely going to be some Seth shenanigans at SummerSlam. I don't know who Gunther's going to be facing, and they haven't really. The only person I could maybe think of is Punk if they want to do a big match for SummerSlam. That could be one, since SummerSlam is 2 nights this year. So we might need a big main event world title match to main event night 1, and I could see that being Gunther Punk, and then you could have Seth Rollins cash in there since Seth Rollins does not want CM Punk to be world champion. I could see something like that. When it comes to this match at Saturday night's main event, Gunther better destroy Goldberg, man. I do not want to see another. I do not want to see another Gunther versus Pat McAfee type match.
No,
Pat McAfee got like 50-50 booking for some reason. I do not want to see that. Goldberg looks very old, man. Like you said, shout out to the 404 Heels podcast. I listened to the episode. He's a huge fan of Goldberg, from what I can tell. But like you said, man, maybe when I was 15 was the last time Goldberg was cool, relevant, where people would come to school with Goldberg t-shirts.
Yeah.
And he was on the covers of like all the video games back, the WCW video games and all that. Like, I remember that. I remember him being very mainstream for a WCW wrestler back then. And since then, he's done little things here and there when it comes to WWE, but the last thing we remember him is him almost killing the Undertaker, man.
Almost decapitating the Undertaker. Yes.
He almost killed the dead man. And we over here about to put him in a match with one of the most hard-hitting wrestlers that WWE has seen in a long time. So in my opinion, this should be a 5-minute. Gunther just destroys the crap out of him. You could have Goldberg get some offense, and you don't have to make him look too weak, but Gunther should literally be able to destroy this man. And hopefully that's where they go. If they end up giving Goldberg the title in 2025, I don't know what they're thinking, man. I do not know what they're thinking.
If they do that, that's a straight corporate, I want to see Goldberg with the title kind of move. Like, it's like NBC was like, yo, listen, we hear that you got Goldberg coming. Why don't you just throw that little belt on him? Like, it's something like that. It cannot go down. Gunther cannot afford to take another pin. He can't get pinned. No, he can't get pinned and tapped out. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, they've been making him look really weak lately too, man. Like the other couple episodes of Raw, CM Punk just pushed him to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, and he didn't do nothing. He didn't even like get up. Like, now he just got punched by Goldberg too this past episode of Raw. And I'm like, yo, Goldberg is looking so rough, man. Like, even him walking down to the ring, he's gassed. He's limping on his way down. Like, this guy is a grandfather, man. Like, he looks like a grandfather. Like, this should not be happening. Hopefully this ends in 5 minutes and Gunther just destroys this guy. And we just keep it moving. This could be a nice little blip on Gunther's reign. Maybe it could be he retired Goldberg. That could be like on his mantle.
Right. Now, listen, man, we got Gunther and Goldberg. We told you what we thought. Under no circumstance should Goldberg even touch that championship unless he's shining it up and handing it over to Gunther. That's the only reason I want to see him hold that belt. We got, here's another one, LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. Okay match. I don't really care much about it. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not a big LA Knight fan. Like, I think he's okay. I think they kind of missed the boat on him when he was popular, and now it's kind of like he's just in like this weird stage of just hanging around. In my opinion, I think he should have turned heel a while back, just because he seems like a heel to me. He just has like a heel persona, in my opinion. But credit where credit is due. They kind of at least made this interesting. He's been showing up on Raw, attacking Seth Rollins. He's part of like the brigade that's trying to go against Seth Rollins' crew that still doesn't have a name for some reason. It's been over like a month and they still don't have a name for this crew. for Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, but that's another topic right there. But I'm expecting Seth Rollins to win this match with some shenanigans, probably with his crew coming in and doing what they do. But yeah, this is gonna be a basic Raw type match, just a little more elevated, maybe because of Saturday Night Main Event. But this is basically a TV match right here.
Now, you mentioned to me, because I haven't been locked in on SmackDown for a few weeks now. Drew is my boy. I love me some Drew McIntyre. I think Drew either has to be holding the belt or chasing the championship. Like he can't be mid card. He can't be lower mid card. He can't do any of that. Drew is just that guy, right? Yeah. Again, Drew should destroy Randy Orton. Drew should be. He should win this match. I love Randy Orton. Randy Orton is coming up on his. I guess some would say he's past his prime. And it's time to kind of give Drew some major wins on some major shows here, right? Like, Drew has to get this for me. I like Randy. I just don't want to see Randy win. It doesn't make any sense. And again, this is like a Raw type of main event. This is to me nothing special or nothing that jumps out. But if you're going to put it on Saturday night's main event, this needs to be a match that is a statement for Drew McIntyre. What's your thought?
No, yeah, I totally agree. Like, this is one of those matches that I think makes sense for Saturday Night Main Event, because this is one of those that it's like almost a little too big for a SmackDown, but it's but not big enough for like an actual PLE. So it's like one of those, like, let's put it in this
like specials.
Let's put it on this TV special. Drew versus Randy on paper looks like a big match, right? Randy is past his prime for sure, but they're still two big stars. So I think this is going to be a fun match. I don't see Randy winning as well. Drew needs a win, like you said. He's been gone for a while too, which is surprising. I mentioned it before we started recording, but like they didn't make that big of a deal for his return, which I don't know if that's a good sign. I'm hoping he gets like a nice little push.
Yeah.
But that's a weird sign for him to return on SmackDown last week. I don't even think they mentioned it on Raw. Usually they recap like the big things that happened, and I don't even think they recapped that Drew came back on SmackDown. He was gone for a while too. So hopefully he has a title. Maybe him versus Cena could be a PLE down the line. I think he deserves a Cena match during this retirement run. So maybe we see something like that.
That's true. Yeah, they didn't make a big deal, and like I said, I didn't even know he was back until you mentioned it. But again, I need to see Drew win some matches. I don't know why they keep playing games with my boy Drew. 1 minute he's hot, 1 minute he's struggling in the mid card, then he disappears. Now he's back. What are they doing with Drew? I don't even know if they know what they're doing with Drew. But like I said, Drew either needs to be holding the belt or chasing the belt. Nothing in between. Nothing in between.
Yeah. Speaking on that too, like just thinking about when he got written off TV as well. It was with that match against Damian Priest, and Damian Priest hit him with a concerto, I think, or something.
Oh yeah.
They didn't make that big of a deal out of that. Like you would think, like Priest would get some momentum after that, and Drew would get some. But both guys kind of seem like they're in the same spot. Like it was some weird booking there. Like no one really got elevated from that feud in a weird way. Like
H's book. People, another side note, and we'll talk about this probably on another episode when Lewis is with us. People have been complaining about H's booking. What's happening with the booking? Is he still booking? Like people have been complaining about what is happening back there. And with this show, unscripted or unwritten or written for script, whatever this is, which is coming out soon, I am afraid that this is going to destroy. We're talking about John Cena destroying pro wrestling. This may be the thing that destroys pro wrestling forever. Just forever. Just throwing this out there. Just throwing it out there.
They're pulling back the curtain a little too far.
Too much. I mean, they letting everything show, bro. The stage lights, the props going by, like it's too much. I don't want to see all that, but we'll see what happens. That might be on my Haters Club for a good 2 or 3 episodes. That might be on it. But speaking of Haters Club, I do have a Haters Club this week. Joel, it doesn't satisfy me to do this, bro. Like, it really doesn't. I don't want to keep doing this.
Man.
I don't want to keep showing hate constantly. But because
you took over, bro.
You showed me the light. You gave me the green light that it was okay to just not like something. It was okay.
Yeah, you're right. It's true.
And I wanna go on and say that there is someone that I'm not loving, and it's a mixture of booking and this person. It is none other than Tiffany Stratton, y'all.
I see it.
It's time to take the title off of Tiffany. It's time to take the title off of Tiffany. I think they do it probably at SummerSlam if they're not going to do it at Evolution. It's time. I don't know if it's her or if it's booking, but I'm going to say it's a mixture of both. That promo with her and Trish Stratus was just painful. And it was painful for a lot of reasons, Joe. It was painful because I didn't know if I should like Tiffany, because 1 minute she's coming off as like, okay, Tiffy time and all this stuff. Then the next minute she sounds like a itch, and I don't want to root for her anymore. I don't want to root for her anymore. And it's probably because she's coming off in her acting. It's just not coming off as a babyface. They need to just make her a badass heel. There's nothing about Tiffany Stratton that is babyface. She has been struggling with being a babyface and connecting for a while. This is even reasons why people are complaining on the internet of what was the purpose of her beating Charlotte Flair, right, at WrestleMania. Charlotte is I don't even know what she came in as. You could say she came in as the heel, right? But Tiffany beats Charlotte, and then after that, nothing happens. Tiffany kind of just stays in purgatory and kind of just stays on this wave of holding the title, coming out and doing mediocre promos and matches that were just okay, and it's confusing if she's this or that. I'm sorry, but now I think you take the title off, you do a reset, and then let's run it back with Tiffany again when we know who Tiffany's supposed to be. But right now, Joe, I'm having a hard time understanding who Tiffany Stratton is. Where are you at? Is this, am I over the line with this haters club?
Nah, man, I totally get where you're coming from. I think this is, like you said, it's a mixture of booking, plus she's still kind of green, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think they pushed her a little too fast. They turned her to a babyface a little fast too. I think they reacted to the crowd reactions, and they saw that she was getting like babyface reactions in certain arenas, and they were like, all right, let's put the rocket on her. But she wasn't ready, in my opinion, and you could kind of tell with the fact that she's still having really rough promos. It sounds like she's reading directly off a script when she's talking sometimes. Like it's very obvious that she's trying to remember her lines. That promo with her, Trish, and Jade as well. I'm sorry. I love Jade Cargill, but she's another one that is still kind of green when it comes to like the talking and the promo aspect. So it was just not a good mixture, because it was just a bunch of people who you could tell aren't confident yet to be in that ring talking and delivering a long promo like that. So it just ended up becoming a kind of like a slop, like, I don't really care about this, I'm not even paying attention, I'm starting to tune out type segment. And and when we talk about the booking, like even the fact that her match at Evolution is against Trish Stratus, and it was just kind of like Tiffy gets to pick her opponent. Like that was the booking. Like that was the laziest booking ever. literally, it's like Tiffany gets to, like that's just literally what they said, on commentary. Like, you get to pick your opponent, cool. And she just went out there and she was like, I'm picking Tiffany. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a fun match. It's gonna be cool to see Tiffany versus Trish. You know, they tagged a couple months back as well, so like, yeah, there's a little bit of a story there.
This is not going to be a pretty match, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think this is going to be a pretty match.
Maybe this is where you turn her heel. You know, if she attacks someone who's beloved like Trish Stratus, that could be a big heel turn. I don't see it happening though, just because I think she's probably going to end up losing the title at SummerSlam. to most likely to Jade Cargill, maybe to Naomi if she cashes in. I see something like that happening. But yeah, it's almost like the Tiffany Stratton babyface run is a failed experiment, at least for now. I think she could turn this around in her career. She's very young still. She's really good in the ring too, which I think is one of the things that they should have leaned on more during this run. Just have her have good matches.
Yeah.
Literally every SmackDown, just put her out there and defending the title and just be a really good defending champion. And I think that would have gotten her over more as a babyface than just whatever the hell they're doing right now.
I agree.
So yeah, I got to agree with you sadly on this Haters Club. I do think she has a lot of potential, but yeah, right now, I'm totally with you on the Haters Club right there.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one here. Tiffany, we love you here at On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. We know you got the potential. We know you got it. But right now, what you're doing is just, it ain't hitting for me. It's just not. And she was so much more compelling in NXT that this main roster run just seems very lukewarm to me. And it's not, her holding the belt is just does nothing for me. She's done nothing since WrestleMania. So I mean, Tiff, it's time to drop that belt. Probably at SummerSlam. You dropping that belt at SummerSlam. But let's get into Joe. We had that's all for the hate. Now we got some love. We want to show some love. We're some people would say we're lover boys over here. We got some. I got some love, but Joe, you have a showing some love for us.
Yeah, man. I got a couple showing some loves.
Okay.
And it's almost, they could kind of be bundled into one, but it's going to be an overall little theme here. First of all, I want to show some love to Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher?
Yeah. Kyle
Nice.
Fletcher.
Yeah, let's go to
He has been such a good wrestler, I would say, ever since the Continental Classic. One thing that I think they need to lean on to more as well, he has beaten Okada. He's the only person in AEW who has beaten Okada. So they need to talk about that more, because nobody ever talks about that. He beat Okada during the Continental Classic. He did cheat, I think, to beat him. I think he low blowed him or something. But still, he's the only person who has pinned Okada in AEW. He's been crushing it, in my opinion. Really good on the mic. I think he's improved so much. This Go Home show, he had an incredible tag team match with Takeshita against Bandito and Brody King. And you could just tell that he is on another level right now. He's hitting that peak where this guy's going to be a star.
Yeah.
I think he has an interesting look now. I like the whole shaved head way better than the mop of hair he had before.
Yeah, right.
The pink gear makes him stand out. I like it too, because it's kind of like a nod to Owen, since he kind of had that breakout during that tournament. And man, he's just crushing it, man. His heel work is incredible. He really makes you hate him, which is very rare nowadays for heels, because most heels want to be cool. He seems like, I don't care. I want you to hate me. I'm going to be an asshole. And he's perfect for it. I'm really digging Kyle Fletcher. And my number 2 showing some love. And the reason why I said it could be bundled up is because I've been watching AEW Collision a lot more lately. And this is an overall showing some love. This isn't my official, but AEW Collision has become kind of must-watch TV.
AEW Collision?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Especially if you're an AEW fan already.
Give it up for Collision, man.
The matches are great. You always get at least one banger on there. Last week we had FTR versus the Outrunners, and that was an incredible tag team match. And then the person who I really want to show some love to is Max Caster, man. Max Caster. Yes, this guy has turned around. He made
give it up for Max, man.
It's crazy, man. I don't think people are really paying attention to what he's doing, but this
now,
guy
what about Max Caster has gotten your attention to show him some love?
Right. Okay, so he started after him and Anthony Bowens broke up. He started doing this whole "I'm the best wrestler alive" thing.
Yes.
It was very corny at first, and then it became best wrestler alive challenge, where people had to last 5 minutes in the ring with him, and every single time he loses the match.
He loses, yeah.
He loses it. But the thing that I love is that he has this chant that he's trying to get over every time.
Yes.
And it's the most ridiculous chant of all time. It's way too long. It's like, Max Caster is the best wrestler alive. And it's working. The crowd is actually chanting it. They love it. They think it's hilarious. And the cool thing now is that it's working so well that they're using it to bring back people. So last week on Collision, Scorpio Sky made a return in this Max Caster opening challenge. Yes. And he came back and he got a huge pop, huge ovation.
Good for Scorpio, bro.
Yeah, huge ovation. And I think that has to do with Max Caster being so good at being a hateable but funny heel. So people want to see him get his ass kicked, but at the same time, they're like, this guy's pretty fucking hilarious. And that's like a fine line to like balance, and he's balancing it really well. And I honestly, once the Acclaimed broke up, I thought Anthony Bowens was going to be the standout, and Max Caster was going to kind of fall behind. I feel like it's been the complete opposite. Anthony Bowens is kind of in middling waters. He's doing this 5-tool player gimmick. I'm not really too much of a fan of it. But this Max Caster gimmick where he's literally just saying, I'm the best wrestler alive, when we all know that's not true.
Yeah, we all know that.
And he himself knows he's not true, but he's selling it like he is, even though he loses every single time. It's just it reminds me of a classic like Santino Marella type character, or like something that's just nice to break up the show with some laughs. Mm-hmm. And I feel like AEW needs that, because sometimes it's just wrestling, which is I love, but I know most fans want that little bit of comedic value as well. So I think he's been really good at it. It's been happening mostly on Collision, so not a lot of people have been seeing it, but I would recommend whoever's listening out there to go watch some of these like on YouTube, because they are hilarious, man. The way that he's trying to get this crowd to chant, Max Caster is the best wrestler alive, and they get into it. They literally start chanting this crazy ass chant, and it's hilarious. I just want to give him a shout out, because I feel like not a lot of people are paying attention to Max Caster, and it's pretty funny.
Yo, shout out to Max, man. We Lewis and I met Max in LA.
There you go, friend of the show too.
Friend of the show during WrestleMania. Cool guy. He was rapping. He was dope. He had a great vibe. I like that one. I you know what? I like Max Caster. I've always liked Max Caster. I like Anthony Bowens too. I think out of the two, he's the better one in the ring.
Yeah, he's definitely better in the ring.
But sure. Max has charisma. He has the marketable look. He has the he can wrestle. He can go. And I think he's also got the humor. He's funny.
Yeah.
There's something, and he's got the talent with the rap. Like there's a lot of things you could do with Max Caster if you package him right and put him out there, which I think at some point he will. I think AEW knows what they kind of want to do with Max. Max, I think, also has some ideas. He seems like a creative guy, and I think at some point we're going to see AEW launch him into the next level of whatever that may be. I don't know, but launch him into the next level in terms of something bigger.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And I think another thing that we should highlight as well is like, you hear a lot about AEW wrestlers not being happy because they're not getting whatever they want in the booking. This guy's making the most out of the least. Like, he literally is taking 5 minutes out of a show. Not even, because it's a 5-minute challenge, and usually he gets beaten like 2 minutes. So he's taking total probably 5 minutes out of a show, and he's making the most out of it. He's giving it 100%. And every single time he does something a little different that just makes it funnier. Like this past episode of Collision, he was wearing a hat that said "Worst Rapper Alive." So he's over here saying he's the best wrestler alive, but then his hat says "Worst Rapper Alive," and I'm like, this is just a funny guy, man. Like, you could just tell that he's probably a locker room clown. Yeah. He probably loves getting the boys laughing, and like I just love that shit. Put that on the TV show, and people are gonna eventually like go towards it, and he's gonna get over.
Listen, man, I agree, man. I agree. I got some showing some love too, bro. Surprisingly, right after that hate that I had to give to Tiffany, I got some showing some love for none other than Roxanne. Let me tell you something, man. It's still, and listen, as controversial as it may be, Joe, my feelings have not changed. I think Roxanne is going to be bigger and better than Stephanie Vaquer. I am saying it right now again. Without Lewis, crazy, episode 98. Roxanne is dope. She's got everything. She could go in the ring. She's got the market look. She has the connection and the chemistry with Dom and that group. Whatever you put in front of Roxanne, she seems to have excelled. She excelled in NXT probably faster than what some of the trainers and producers thought. And that got her right up into Raw, into one of the biggest groups on Raw, holding a tag team championship and doing all the work that she's doing in place of Liv. And this, I think, is not only just Roxanne's big break in a way while Liv is gone and nursing her injury. We hope to see you back soon, Liv. But this is Roxanne's moment. And she has delivered in every aspect of the show and in wrestling and on her promos and the believability of her being this like cunning but slimy person at the same time, trying to, slither her way into the Judgment Day and take over the role that was Liv's. Roxanne is going to be big, and I'm calling it right now, and I'm saying it again, Joe. I feel it. Roxanne is going to be pushed and booked bigger and better than Stephanie Vaquer. And don't get me wrong. Stephanie's dope. I like Stephanie. Nothing gets to this. Is not me hating I don't hate Stephanie. No. I don't hate Steph. I love Steph.
Yeah, you gotta clean it up. You gotta clean it up because those comments get crazy.
Let me clean it up. Because I got, people coming for me.
Yeah, they tore you up, bro.
They tore me up. I loved it. It was great. But listen, I'm just saying. I think Roxanne though is just going to be one notch above. Listen, Joe, man. What's your thoughts on me showing some love to this young, talented, future phenom, Roxanne Perez?
I mean, I gotta agree with you, man. And it's crazy because that episode that we spoke about Stephanie Vaquer a couple episodes back, that was our most viral clip on TikTok. That resonated with a lot of people. You hating on Stephanie Vaquer, even though you say you weren't hating. You were hating a little bit. But the crazy thing is, since that episode, I think I'm leaning more towards your take, which is crazy because there's a couple things factoring here, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
Roxanne Perez is very young.
Yes.
She has a lot of career left. Stephanie Vaquer is a little bit older. I believe she's in her 30s, mid 30s, I believe. She's been wrestling for a long time. I think what's going to happen, though, I think Stephanie Vaquer will get pushed quicker. So we could see Stephanie Vaquer in a world title match soon, I think, before we see Roxanne Perez. But when we're all said and done and we look back at their WWE careers, Roxanne Perez will have the better overall career just because she probably has at least like 15 years or something of her wrestling because she's so young still. And she was in NXT for so long. She had a really good NXT career, multiple time NXT champion. So for her to then come into the main roster, I could see her winning world titles. She's already a tag team champion. Yes, by injury, but still it makes sense. It makes the story progress. And like you said, she has an actual story right now. She has a story with Dom. She has a story with Judgment Day. Stephanie Vaquer kind of is just, she hasn't even been seen really since Money in the Bank. Yeah. So she's kind of just been floating a little bit. I do think she's going to have a big showing at Evolution in that Battle Royale, but I don't see her I don't see her having a better overall career than Roxanne Perez just because Roxanne is so young. And like you said, Roxanne is incredibly talented, man. You could tell that she eats, sleeps, breathes wrestling since she was young. She's a huge fan growing up, and you could just tell she gets it. She understands it. She knows her cues. She got thrown right into the Judgment Day, and she fits perfectly.
And she's flourishing. Yeah, man.
She has she hits her beats perfectly, like the little backstage segments. She understands her positioning. She understands what she needs to say, what she needs to do, and she has like the looks, the everything. She's really good at that side of things, and I want to say that's probably a testament to NXT and how long she was in NXT, because she got to do everything in NXT. She was a babyface for a long time. She turned heel there. She had a feud with her best friend, Cora Jade. Like, she did so much in NXT that they kind of gave her like all the blueprint to become a successful WWE superstar.
Exactly.
When comparing to Stephanie Vaquer, who kind of was rushed through NXT just because they understand that she is pretty much a generational talent, since she has the in-ring capabilities that she does have, and she comes from New Japan and CMLL and AAA. She's been all over the place already. So I think it's almost like let's bring you up to the main roster as soon as we can with Stephanie Vaquer, just because they don't know how much time she has left. But with Roxanne, it's almost like, yo, we know you're going to be the shit, so we're just going to slow burn you. But when it's all said and done, you're going to go down as like one of the best ever. She's a prodigy. She's a prodigy for a reason. Literally, that's her nickname. So, yeah, man, I got to agree with you. That's a great show and some love. She's been crushing it lately.
Yeah, man. She's been crushing it, bro. She's been crushing it. Listen, Roxanne. Listen, I'm telling you, Roxanne is going to be big.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see down the line, right? But I want to know, Joe, from you, is this Evolution 2 gonna be big? In my opinion, I think they put on too much in the weekend, bro. This was too much. They're doing too much on trying to counter AEW, trying to take viewers away, and I think it's going to do the opposite. I think people will choose AEW because it's got the bigger and better card. But Evolution, on paper, looks okay. Nothing I'm crazy about other than I'll show you right now. Boom. This is, in my opinion, Joe, the make or break of Jade Cargill. She's got to show out in this match, bro. She's got to show that she spends some time in a ring and not in the grill or Jamaica or the Bahamas or taking pictures with food and multiple sports cars. I don't want to see all that. I want to see you working in the ring, right? Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no holds bar. Jade's got to bring it. We know Naomi's showing up. Naomi, she does her thing. She's a professional. Mm-hmm. Jade's got a lot to prove. And in my opinion, this has to be it. I don't know. It's probably not, of course. They still got a lot of time they could put into her. But in my opinion, this can't be like a flop, bro.
Yeah.
And looking at the card's, it's all right. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches so far. Six matches.
Not bad.
I don't know about you, but I think that, I think they're going to throw everyone in this, this is the tag team match, but I think they're going to throw everyone in this battle royal just to kind of make up for it. But what's your thoughts on this card, man? People are like, yo, they really squeeze this card in, and it's not fair to the women of the roster to have to now compete with all the shows that happened this over the weekend. Where you at with it?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, I feel like it's kind of bit them in the ass to try to counter program AEW, in my opinion. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people online saying, how do I watch All In? Like, people who don't watch AEW are trying to watch All In now just because they're hearing how good the card is. It's AEW's WrestleMania, and you're trying to go against. It's a detriment to the women too, because it's like you're trying to put the woman against AEW's biggest card. It's almost unfair to them because this is their one opportunity at showing the company and shareholders all that, like, hey, the woman can headline a pay-per-view, the woman can do an all-woman pay-per-view, and it'll be successful.
Right.
PLE. And if it doesn't, because it is on Sunday, All In is on Saturday, but if the wrestling community is tired and like me myself, I'm not sure if I'm watching Evolution live. This might be something I catch later on.
Yeah,
it might be something I catch the highlights of. It all depends on how I'm feeling after, because I know AEW All In is gonna be probably like 6 hours. You know how AEW shows are. So it's starting at 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, but it might not end till like 11 p.m. or something, knowing how AEW cards are. So we'll see how it goes. But I do agree that this card has kind of been thrown together a little bit. Just this match right here in particular, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, was kind of no build. It was just Io Sky build. Io Sky just came out and was like, I want you at Evolution.
Now, mind you, Rhea has never beaten Io.
Yes. It's going to be a banger match.
I guess they're rolling with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, WWE is in the habit of saying, hey, you know, we don't have to give you everything. You know, he's a little here. Rhea never beaten Io. Yeah, that's all we got. And then they're going to go out, cut a couple of promos, and boom, that sells itself. Like that's what WWE is in the business of right now.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if we go back to WrestleMania and before WrestleMania, there was the whole storyline between Rhea and Io, but they haven't touched on that since.
Right.
So I feel like they're trying to like pretend that there's been a build this whole time, but there hasn't really been a build. You know, it's been like it's one of those things where they like kind of forgot about it and then they brought it back up. It's going to be a great match regardless. Io Sky is incredible. Rhea Ripley is incredible. I think that's going to be a good match. I am excited about the triple threat between Bianca, Bayley, and Lyra. I think that's going to be a really good match as well. And I do want to give them a shout out because I feel like they're the only match that actually has like a real build. And they've been kind of killing it when it comes to promos against each other and all that.
Oh, you mean Becky Lynch?
Yeah,
Becky, Lyra, and Bayley.
Yeah, I said Bianca, my bad.
Yeah.
Becky, Lyra, and Bayley. Yeah, they've been crushing it. They've been having really good promos every Monday. So I think that match will be really good. Naomi versus Jade that you mentioned. This, like you said, this has to be it for Jade because she has a world title match at SummerSlam. So like you need a definitive win here for Jade. You need her to show out. It's a no holds barred match, so you could hide behind that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it just needs to look good. It needs to look she's a champion. Because if she's the next champion, she beats Tiffy at SummerSlam. We need to make sure that it's a good transition. Because right now, like we mentioned before, the Tiffy experiment's kind of failing. So if you hand it over to another green superstar like Jade and that fails as well, now we got to really start talking about this Triple H booking. If it's going from Tiffy to Jade and both are failed experiments, I don't know, man. You might be pushing people too fast, too quick, too soon, you know? Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I am excited. I'm excited for this card. Now that I'm talking about it a little more, I'm like, okay, there's some really good stuff on this card. But the detriment was that it's against AEW's biggest show of the year. AEW has been crushing their build to this show. They got a story that's been telling for over a year now with Mox holding this title and all this stuff. We're gonna see the culmination of that, hopefully. So it's a detriment to the ladies, but I think they're still going to show out and kind of prove everybody wrong, and it'll be a good show at the end of the day. So I am excited to watch this. It's just a matter of like, damn, you couldn't put this on any other weekend.
Exactly.
There's 52 weeks in a year, man. Like, like you really had to go against AEW, and this is becoming a trend, man. This is not the first time, and they just announced today that NXT Heatwave is going to be going against the same day as Forbidden Door in August. So this is their strategy going forward, I guess. I think it's a detriment to NXT, and right now it's a detriment to the Evolution women. So I don't know what they're thinking back there, but I guess they just want all eyes on WWE. They don't want anybody to be anywhere else.
No,
that's wrestling. If it's not WWE, you're not allowed to watch it.
Exactly.
That's what it seems like. If you're a WWE fan, I feel like they're scolding you. If you're a WWE fan, like don't even think about watching the competition. We're gonna give you 3 shows that weekend. Don't even think about it.
Yeah, we got 3 shows. You pick one of these.
Yeah, don't even think about watching that. Yeah. That's literally what it feels like. So it's kind of a detriment to these ladies because I think if you were to give them a longer build to be able to tell these stories, this could be a really good pay-per-view. I think it's still gonna be good, but I don't know if it's going to be great.
Now, the one match that's not on here was the Trish Stratus and
Tiffany.
And Tiffany. Tiffany versus Trish Stratus. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's 7 matches.
That's 7 matches.
That's
so I think
big.
that's I think that's where they're going to stay with it.
That's a lot for PLE nowadays. So that's
7 matches, man. That's old school booking back, which is crazy to call 7 matches.
Triple H is like, man, y'all saying I'm not booking the women here. Yeah. Throw all of them on the show.
We're gonna get them all on this show. But that's a little Evolution for y'all, man. Listen, Evolution on paper, looking at the card, I'm going to make this appointment viewing on Sunday. I'm going to watch it from beginning to end, and we're going to come back here on the Mark Wrestling Podcast and review the weekend. It's going to be a big show. We're going to review the weekend and who won. Was it the AEW? Was it WWE? Was it what show? Which show was the better show? Yeah. And I think All In will be the better show. We got a heck of a card, 4 matches right now. I think this is the updated card as we speak.
Yeah.
And the card is
up to 8 matches now,
solid. Yeah. You got the women's casino gauntlet match, which, there's a lot of rumors swirling. Who's going to show up? Is it Dakota Kai? Is it who knows? Yeah. Who knows might show up. I my money would be that she might show up. Then you got the men's casino gauntlet. Who may show up there? They're not naming everybody, but you got that. But speaking of your showing some love, is it time for your boy Fletch to get a damn belt around his waist? And I think it is. Give this man the title.
Yep.
Joe, I'm with you. It's time.
Yeah.
I like Adam Cole, but he's just been lukewarm at best for me. He's been like room temperature water. You know what I'm saying? Like that water that you don't want to really, it's not good, but you need to drink something because it's there.
You're so parched that you just
exactly. You're so parched. You got to have something.
You're like, fuck it, I'll drink it.
Exactly. That is right now your boy Adam Cole.
Yeah.
But I think that top, you got the Texas Death Match, you got the Women's Championship, and then you got the AEW Unified Championship.
Yeah.
Those 3 matches alone is going to tear the house down. And I'm even forgetting the tag team match. Yeah. Swerve and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks.
That's going to be incredible.
The founding father. Man, listen.
And that stipulation that they put is really good stipulation. Like,
that's a very interesting stipulation.
Yeah, like I love when wrestling makes sense.
Yes.
Right? So like it's just like simple. The Young Bucks, they asked the Young Bucks to give up their EVP titles, and they just said, "What's in it for me?" Simple. Because usually sometimes heels will just be like, "Oh, sure, whatever." Yeah, like they're stupid, or babyface are too stupid. So they got them to do, and it's such a good stipulation of not being able to challenge for the title for 1 year. Like it's so perfect because it's like we're not saying you're never going to be able to. So now it gives you that doubt of like who's going to win this match, because it could go either way. I could see the EVPs losing their status, storyline, whatever. They're not EVPs anymore. But I could also see them being like Ospreay and Swerve. Now you can't challenge for the title for a year. And especially if we get Hangman winning that world title at the end of the night, and now Swerve can't challenge Hangman, his nemesis, and he's pissed off at his best friend Ospreay. Like that's just beautiful storytelling.
That's a good story.
There's so many branches and ways you could tell that story. So I'm very excited about this card, man. There's so much that could happen. The Women's Casino Battle Royale. I don't know who's gonna show up. I'm excited. Dakota Kai. I've heard Tegan Knox. I've heard some rumors of different people here and there. Alba Fire. I don't know who's gonna show up, but it's going to be a really fun showcase. I'm pretty sure Athena's been confirmed for it. So that's good. Maybe this is her finally. I don't know. Every time she comes up to AEW, we're like, she must be here for good. And then she ends up going right back to ROH. So hopefully,
with Athena
hopefully she gets up there and makes the case for herself, because they are in Texas. She's from Texas. It makes sense. Maybe this is her big, I'm officially here. You got the men's casino. MJF and Mark Briscoe have kind of been carrying that very fun feud between the blue collar guy and the rich Long Island jerk. And Mystico in the background peeking in that poster is so good because that's a whole nother direction that MJF and Mystico could go. It's really cool. And then I'm hoping we get a lot of surprise returns in All In. I don't really care if there's a lot of debuts because there's such a good roster right now that
Exactly.
you give me a Eddie Kingston return during
Eddie
match.
Kingston,
and I'm popping, bro. I don't know if he's ready yet, but hopefully he's ready. Jay White is injured, maybe he comes back.
Yeah.
Juice Robinson, like we got so many people that could.
Oh wow,
yeah, like there's so many people on this roster already that just we haven't seen in a while because they've been injured.
Yeah,
so like it would be great to see some of those guys that we grew to love come back and maybe potentially win this. I do see MJF probably winning that at the end of the day, but I think that's going to be a really fun match. And then, like you said, man, those three bangers, bro, man, those three matches might get an hour each, bro.
Bro, you might be right. You might be right.
This card is starting at 3 p.m., but I'm telling you, we might not finish till 11 p.m. Eastern, bro.
now let me ask you, man. Out of this card, who match of the night? Where you going with it? What you think?
It has to be Omega Okada, right? Like first.
Now they're older. I don't know if they could do everything they used to do, but I'm going to agree with you. I think that might be match of the night, and I'm going to say I think Mercedes and Tony may be a shocking second. Yeah, only because the card's so stacked. I think it will be shocking that people like, oh man, Mercedes and Tony killed it.
Yeah, it's crazy because everybody on this card kind of has something to prove. So like they're all gonna want to go out there and have a banger. Like the Young Bucks and Swerve and Ospreay might be match of the night sneakily, because those are 4 great competitors. They always put on great matches. The Young Bucks, as much hate as they get, are one of the best tag teams of all time, in my opinion.
100%, yeah.
So that could be a match of the night. You got the Texas Death Match. I'm a little scared at what Mox is gonna do to himself in this match, man. This guy put spikes in his back for a random episode of Dynamite, bro. And this is the main event of the biggest show of the
Texas
year.
Death Match?
And it's Texas Death. He might.
There's only one thing I'm thinking he might do, bro.
What's that?
He might brand himself.
He might do some crazy
Texas brand. He might take a hot poke or whatever, and he might sear his skin, bro. Mox is going to do something diabolical that we are going to all sit back and be. Tony is looking for probably the most viral moment he can get out of this weekend because of everything happening. Someone's got to go out there and jump off of a building and land on a car, like that kind of thing. That's what's got to go down in this weekend. And I think if it's going to be any match, it's going to be that match, that Texas Death Match. Sure. Hangman is either going to run him down with a horse. He's going to drag him down the field with a horse. It's going to be something with Texas theme something. I don't know.
They might do that old school torture where they put 2 horses and make them go a different direction. I can see Mox doing some crazy
smack their butts and make them go a different way.
Mox is a crazy motherfucker, man.
Mox is crazy, bro.
And Hangman ridiculous. Is crazy too, man. Hangman is crazy too. The last time we saw Hangman in a unsanctioned match was the one with Swerve where he freaking put a needle in his mouth. So like we have no idea what's going on in this match. And I do think this is probably the culmination of this storyline that they've been telling for a long time. I think this is time to give Hangman the belt. I was when it was Ospreay versus Hangman for the finals of the Owen Hart, and it seemed like it was going to be Ospreay, and then Hangman won. I was a little like, damn, maybe it should have been Ospreay. But since then, I think they've really wrapped up the story very nicely. And the fact that it's Hangman who is the main character of AEW, he's basically been the guy since day one. They've been making him the future. This is almost like they're retconning the CM Punk story, right? Like they're like, man, that CM Punk experiment didn't work. We gave up on our future star for a veteran who was bitter. Ended up leaving the company. So now let's give it back to Hangman and let's rewrite those wrongs and let's see where it goes. And I think if it ends up being Hangman wins this and it's a big WrestleMania 40 style culmination with all the baby faces coming out and just showing that world title that we haven't seen in a year, it's going to be such a good feel-good moment to end the show. And I just think like if all things hit, this could be exactly what AEW needs to reach that next level that we've all been asking about. Like if this all hits and it becomes that, like you said, that viral moment or like the show of the weekend, and everyone's talking about All In after 3 other WWE shows happening that same weekend, that's going to be a really big like mark on the industry to be like, yo, we're here. We went against 3 WWE shows this weekend and we're the ones that everyone's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stamp. That's a stamp right there.
Definitely a stamp.
That Tony Khan could be like, look what we did. The roster could be proud of themselves. Like this is going to be a really good show, man. I can't wait. This is going to be really freaking good, man.
Listen, man, it's a big weekend, wrestling weekend this weekend. This is, and we didn't even talk about a Great American Bash, Obafemi, Matt, the main event. Listen, I think that might be a great, that's going to be a great match. But, you know, NXT, they're doing their thing as well. Great American Bash is also slotted in all those shows.
Yeah, it's going head to head against All In, which horrible idea. Yeah. That's a terrible idea. But it's going to come against. It's going to be either, do I want to watch something for free or am I going to pay $60 for it? Yeah,
that's also.
I think that's why they did that. Like, it's a smart move on WWE's part, because if you can't afford to pay for a pay-per-view,
this is why AEW needs to get their shows on Max, HBO Max.
Yeah,
immediately. Like they need to get those pay-per-views on there immediately. But we'll see, man. Big weekend. Joe, do you have anything else we need to get to? Or
man, I'll just say I'm back on my kumbaya shit. The last episode that I was on, I brought the hater back. You know, I even gave myself the nickname here on the name tag. But you know, man, since then I went on vacation. I enjoyed a beach in Cabo. I was sipping all types of drinks, eating all types of food. And you know, I came back and I'm like, man, life is good. Wrestling's good. There's not much to complain about at the end of the day. Yeah, you know, things could be better, booking could be better, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, man, wrestling is on almost every day of the week.
Oh, my God.
We got multiple shows this weekend. If I was 10-year-old Joel, I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah, this is... Yeah.
Now that I'm a bitter old man, I might hate every now and then. But right now, I'm on my kumbaya shit. So,
I get you, man.
I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it for now.
Listen, you enjoy it.
But that doesn't mean the hater won't come back.
Listen, you enjoy it.
We'll see how this weekend goes.
I'll hate a little bit for both of us if that's the case. But yeah, man, listen, thank you all for joining us on episode 98 of On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Keep showing us the love. We getting a lot of love on that TikTok, man. TikTok is killing it right now. And thank you for those new followers on Instagram and following the process and the work and the shows. And shout out to 404 again. We're gonna have them on again. They were fun. And next time we're gonna have them on with Joel, because you got to talk to these guys. They're awesome. Man. Really good show to talk about.
I gotta talk him out of that Goldberg fan.
Talk him out of the Goldberg, man. The Goldberg. I was like, listen, man, I get it, but I can't be with you on this Goldberg journey no more. Yeah. But check us out, man. We're gonna come with a full recap show next week on the Mark Wrestling Podcast, y'all. Until next time, peace.
You have just listened to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, a Scriptly adapted production. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at On the Mark Wrestling. And email us on onthemarkpodcast@gmail.com.